Well, good morning. I think it's still morning. Anyway, it's morning over here. So, good morning wherever you're at. And welcome to my kitchen, EJ Kitchen. I'm also known as Isabel. So, here we are. So, what are we doing today? Well, we are going to make tortillas. Wow, now I did a lot of practicing before I decided to do a video on this. And I hadn't made tortillas for probably more than 40 years. I don't know. When my kids were growing up, it was tortillas every day. When I was growing up, especially when we went to New Mexico with my grandparents, it was in the kitchen and make tortillas, chili, beans. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so here we are. I now feel like I have mastered this. So you're getting the good mastery tortilla making video. So here we go. First of all, in this bowl here, I have already prepared 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, don't use the flour that has, self-rising or anything like that. This is just a regular, plain, all-purpose flour. Okay, and so I have a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of baking powder. Now, these are essentials, okay? You have your flour and your baking powder, and then you need your oil. Now, you can use, let me show you here. I've done this before, and it's good. It's really good. You can use olive oil, if that's your preference. Now, today, I'm making this with Crisco, all vegetable shortening. So you can do you need an oil. Butter isn't not a good choice. Okay, so let's get started with this. Right now, I'm going to mix my ingredients. I haven't put the shortening in yet, but I'm going to mix the salt and the flour and the flour, salt, and baking powder. Now I'm going to use one. Now, measurements are really important. In the beginning, it wasn't important because I didn't know the measurements. I forgot after 40 years. But now I know the measurements and I know what works. One level tablespoon of oil, whatever oil you choose. 1 level. Okay, so we're going to put that Crisco in here. And I love getting my hands in there. Yeah. I do gardening because I like getting my hands in the dirt and the mud, and it feels so good. Okay, so here we are. We are now combining the shortening, the oil, whatever you use, to the flour ingredients. 2 cups of flour. Okay. 1 teaspoon of salt. And 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Very important. Remember those. Write them down or keep watching the video. And 1 tablespoon of your oil. Now this seems to be pretty good as far as combined. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to put the water in, and I'm going to use the same measuring cup for the water, and it's got to be hot water, not cold water. Some people use milk, but I haven't tried it with milk, so I'm going to use what's working best right now. So I'm going to run some hot water here, and yeah, this is good and hot. Now I'm filling up the whole cup with water. Sometimes you won't. It really depends on the moisture in the air, but sometimes you won't use all of the water. You start with half a cup, and then mix it in. Get your hands in there, mix in this. In Spanish it's called masa. Mix in the masa, and I try to use one hand to keep one hand clean, but that's like almost impossible. So I'm going to add a little more water here. And keep mixing them in. Oh, this is actually a lot of fun if you really get into it. It's like when you were a kid, remember mud pies? Or that, what was it, silly putty? Oh my God, I used to love that. Whatever the kids are using today. Get that all mixed in here. Yeah. It's still nice and moist and kind of sticky. It's good. I'm almost using all the water. It looks like I'm going to use all the water. But if you do a little at a time, then you won't overuse the water and make it too sticky. But if you do, just add a little flour to it and get it back to consistency. It's going good. Yeah, it's going real good. One of the things that I learned in the process of mastering this art, I call it an art, I feel like my kitchen is my studio. Yeah, I'm creating art here. Yeah, baby. Good, tasting art. Nothing's going to go up on the walls, but it's going to go in your tummy, and it's going to feel good. Okay, let's add a little more water. We're almost finishing up the whole cup of water here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have my videographer here, Gloria, stand here for a minute while I handle something I need to handle right away. So you can talk to our audience, Gloria, if you want. Or not.
I'm enjoying watching you massage.
What did you call it?
Amasando.
Amasando. I have learned a lot of words in doing my, especially when I'm working with Mexican cooking. Okay, let's add a little more water. I've learned a lot of words. So, amasando. I guess it has the word masa in there. I guess it means you're making masa. All right. Now, I was born in New Mexico, but we came to California when I was, I think it was first grade. So I did some living over there and then go back in the summertime. But my sister stayed in New Mexico with my grandparents, so she knows a lot of more Spanish words. Matter of fact, I think that Spanish has been my sister's primary language, her first language anyway. And so she knows those words. I don't, but she's teaching me. Okay, so I'm going to take my bowl over there. Now I'm going to add, not too much. This is a chip here. Don't add too much flour. Don't add too much flour because you're going to have a hard time rolling out. I'm going to get rid of this over here. You'll have a hard time. But you do want to add little flour so that, your little balls of of tortilla making. Okay, now, that's actually enough. Don't overdo it.
Don't overknead it?
No.
Okay, that's good
Don't
to know.
overknead it because what's going to happen is your tortillas will, they will not stay soft.
Okay.
See, my tortillas stay soft for 3 days. Well, 2 days is the best. But if you use too much flour, your tortillas will get hard right away, like that day. So don't use too much flour. And if you find that you can't roll them out well enough, it's probably you use too much flour. Now I have my little cutter here. Now this is not essential, okay, but very handy because I can cut my ball flour in half, okay, and then I can cut it now in half again, which is now a fourth and a fourth, okay. And see, if you do 2 cups, you're going to make 8 tortillas. And then I cut this in half. And I cut each one in half. So this is going to be 8 little balls. Okay. And this in half. I love this. And this one in half. Okay. Now I'm going to make balls.
That's how you make them uniform, huh?
I try. They doesn't always work, but I try. Okay, now I'm going to roll this up like a little ball and place it over here. And roll this one. Place it here. And roll. And roll. My hands are getting a little sticky, so I'm going to put a little in my hand. And roll. Ooh, fun. And roll. This one's a little fatty one. I'm going to take a little bit of masa, also known as dough. But if you're making tortillas, it's masa. And roll. Okay, so we have 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take some of this off of my board so it doesn't get in the way. Okay. And I'm going to put things away. This is my salt, and this is a baking powder. I can get those put away to get it out of the way. And then this is my Crisco, and I'm looking for the top here. The top somewhere. Do you see the top in there? No. Okay, well I'll just put them. I'll just put it over here for now, and I'll put these. I can put this over here for now too. Just put it away later. Over here by my sink stove. All right. Now, here's what we're going to do next. We are going to use a press. Now, this, for me, I still need to roll, okay? But this press really helps me get started so that they stay round.
Nice.
Now, this is parchment paper. So I put one little ball right in the middle. Put a parchment paper on top. Now, this is not essential. You don't have to have this, but it worked for me. Then you press down, and press down. And this one is heavy because it's made out of that iron, you know.
Wow, look at this now.
Yeah, it is. And then you just pull this out, and I take off the top. And of course, I'm going to reuse it. So I'm going to put it back in here. Okay, and then I'm going to take my tortilla that's already pressed and take it off of the parchment paper.
That's clever.
So you can actually put this on the, in Spanish it's comal, and that, you know, I don't really know the English translation for comal, but I think it's, do you know the English translation for comal?
I was thinking about that. Grill. Isn't it a
Griddle.
grill?
Griddle
Or grill?
Okay, so
Griddle.
over here, if you come over here, there's my comal. That's gonna cook the tortilla. Now for me, I like a thinner tortilla. This is kind of thick. So over here, you look over here, I have all my
Oh,
rollers.
look at that.
And I've tried every single one. No, I'm sorry, not true. I tried this one, and this one. I haven't tried this one. But I have found so far, this is my favorite. So, okay, so here we go. We're gonna roll this out a little. Like I said, these are way too, too small for me. And I like my tortillas thin. What I notice is that they just seem to taste better. Sometimes, put a little flour. Sometimes, especially when you're starting off, your first one, it is not it. I mean, I remember the first time I did this, it was not that long ago, and I threw the whole batch away.
Oh no.
Because I first of all I forgot the salt, so they didn't have any flavor, and then they were too thick, so they tasted like tasted raw and heavy. So I make them thinner, but this thing here, this press tortilla press, really helps get started. You just have to continue with it, and so they're still probably not going to be as round as you like, but hey,
Pretty good to me.
yeah. Okay, now I'm going to put it here on the comal, the griddle, or grill, or whatever that is called. But we're going to call it comal. And now, I used to be able to flip them with my fingers. I can't do that anymore. Now I have to use some kind of a. Let's see, where do I have my? No. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and flip it. Okay. Ooh, hot. Okay. Now I'm gonna get my spatula here.
There you go.
And I bought this tortilla warmer. It is the coolest thing. First of all, it's sunflowers, and you stick your tortillas in there, and it keeps them warm.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so let's flip it back and see how it's doing. Now that's the color I like. I know that tortilla is going to be good tasting. I know my sister likes to put butter right away, so she'll probably do that. It's going to not only be good tasting, it's going to stay hot in here. You got to get a hot tortilla with butter. Yum. Okay, I'm going to make another one. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I'm going to take the butter out because we are going to taste those tortillas. Butter dish here. I'll put this in the sink so we can wash it. Okay. So here goes another one. Roll another one. A little bit of flour, not too much. Okay, let's get another little ball here. I think we have one in here already. Let's check. Yeah, we do. Okay. Press. And press. Oh my. This even has some Aztec designs on here. They doesn't come out on the tortilla because it's out on the inside, but that is so cool. Again, we're going to take this off. Parchment paper. Put it back. Then we're going to take this off. Look at that. Again, you could, if you have one of those tortilla, press, if you have a press, you can actually take that and put it on your comal, on your grill. But if you're like me, and you like your tortillas thinner, then you roll. Make sure this. Yeah, see how good it rolled out? Oh my God, if it doesn't roll out good, if you start rolling and it just bounces right back to the same size, you have too much flour.
I've been making tortillas since I was 10 years old, but I sure have learned a lot from this.
Yeah, I know. I was making tortillas when my kids were little, and my mom made tortillas. Not that often, but she did. But once I got married, I was making tortillas every day. And then I started buying them. It's too much trouble. And now that I, took up this chef project, now I love making tortillas. It's actually fun. I still got to get this turned with my own hands, but not yet.
That looks really good.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I like the way they puff out just right.
Yeah, see, if you look really close, you could see all the little puffiness. And that's a good sign that your tortillas are going to be yummy. Oh my goodness, somebody's calling me in there. It's unknown. we'll just not take it. That's okay. All right. Let me check here. Oh, yeah. Let's put it in our little tortilla warmer. And now I think you got it. I think everybody got it.
Wow.
What do you think, Gloria?
Oh, God, excellent. Good.
Okay, so this is good. I'm going to store the rest of them to make them later, but you want to make sure that if you're not complete with making all the balls, you know, put them back in the bowl that you use for mixing. And if you're gonna make it today, then it's fine to just leave them there and cover them up. Put a little cover on them. But if you're gonna make them tomorrow, then you want to add a little bit of oil. Like just get your hand and put oil on your hand, and then take each ball and roll it in the oil so that it doesn't dry up. You don't want your masa to dry up.
Right.
But I'm going to make them shortly after the video is over, so I'm going to leave them here. But we're going to do a taste. You know, here's the fun part is that when you are cooking, making some kind of a dish, you are the chef, so you get to taste. Your creation. I love this part. So we'll just take this tortilla on top, and we're gonna put some butter on it. This reminds me so much, Gloria, of being in New Mexico.
Oh, yeah, me too.
You know,
Oh,
Grandma.
my God, the smell going down the block.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you just can hardly wait to get home. Taste those tortillas that Grandma made. And later on, not this time, but we're gonna make fry bread, Indian fry bread. Now my grandmother was a full-blooded Indian born in a reservation, so we've got to honor her.
So do you use the same, well, I guess you'll describe it later, but the same masa, the same kind of masa for the fry bread?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Okay, here's yours.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's taste.
Nice,
Yum.
good. Oh, yeah.
My goodness.
It is perfect, sis. This is perfect. Texture, taste, everything.
Everything. Oh my gosh. I gotta have Richard take a taste.
Yes.
But I'll give him the next one.
Excellent.
Well,
Excellent.
everyone,
Thank you, Isabel.
oh, you're so welcome, and thank you for coming. Excuse my eating. I was swallowed. Thank you for coming to my kitchen and joining me in making tortillas. And if you want more of my recipes, I actually have 3 recipes online right now on YouTube. I have beans, and you love the beans. Those are going great.
Delicious.
Lots of hits. And I have fideo, and now I have tortillas. And the channel is Master Festo, Master Master Festo, Festo, one word, Master Festo. I love you. Have a great magical day. Bye, everyone.